So here's a quick video demonstration of how to play the 1 to 50 rounding game. We will need 3 dice numbered from 0 to 9, 3 10-sided dice. If you haven't got those, there's a really nice simulator linked to from the activity page where I can choose the dice that I want. So I'm going to choose that I want 10-sided dice, and I would like them to roll 3 of them, and I'd like it to do it once. The only thing to watch out for is if the dice shows up as a 10, I'm going to count it as a 0. So let me roll the dice the first time. You can see I have a 9, a 5 and a 1. Now I can decide whether I want that number to be 9.51 or 5.91, or in fact any arrangement of the 3 digits as they come out of the dice. So I'm going to go back to 5.91 as my starting point. I put that in the column that says dice. I'm now going to round it to 1 decimal place, and that is 5.9, and you can see that my new total is now 5.9. So I'm going to go back and do it again. I'm going to roll the dice again, and see this time I've got 10, 9 and 9. Great, so we can see that the 10 has to count as a 0. So that's 0, 9 and 9. So I go back to my spreadsheet and I can have that as 0.99, or I could go for 9.90. As long as the number's between 0 and 10 with the decimal point after the first digit. I'm now going to round that to 1 decimal place, so I get 9.9 and enter, and that's added there, so my total is now 15.8. So that's the name of the game. I'm going to go it one more time, roll the dice, and I've got 2.63 as it stands, which I could arrange to be, for example, 6.23, which rounds to 6.2, and that's taken my total to 22. Now, after 10 terms, the idea is that I'm as close as possible to 50. So there's one last little thing it's worth noting, that if, for example, I was to roll the dice one more time and get 3, 0 and 8, I'll put that in as 3.08. One thing I can do is I can consider it negative. So I'm going to put that as minus 3.08. When I round that, I'm going to get minus 3.1. And you can see that that's actually taken away from my total now. So I can add or I can take away, with the aim being that I get as close as possible to 50 after 10 turns. Good luck.